Hey everybody, it's Emily. Today I'm going to show you how to create that flawless skin that we're all after. Even if you don't have flawless skin to start with, I want to show you how by using some good makeup products, some innovative tools, and some professional tricks, you can have that glowing, fresh, flawless face that you've always wanted. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use two different highlighting creams as my base under my foundation. The first one I'm going to use is Clinique Uplighting in Natural, and you don't have to use very much, just a tiny, tiny little bit will be fine. And I'm going to put this right along my cheekbone under my eye, and then I'll do that on the other side. Again, it doesn't take very much. And then down the bridge of my nose, and just a tiny, tiny bit on my forehead. And this is just going to create a beautiful glow underneath your makeup. Okay, and then the second one I'm going to use that I found that I actually really like, and it's really affordable. It's by Revlon. It's their Age Defying Spa, and this is the pink color. And it's really nice because it's got a brush on the end. I don't typically use the brush because I like using my fingers. And then I'm going to apply that to the temple and then my chin area. And then I'm going to use my foundation. Now, the two foundations I'm going to use today, they're Revlon PhotoReady. Now, these are really great drugstore brand foundations. They're about $10 a piece. And I always use two different colors because that way I get a perfect match for my skin. So I've used these for brides. I've used them in photo shoots. It's got a really nice opalescent, not shimmer, but shine to it, I guess is how you would describe it. So it leaves your skin looking really, really beautiful. The two colors I'm going to use is I'm going to use vanilla, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of cool beige. I'm quite fair, and yet I'm not that fair. So anyways, I'm going to use about 2 pumps of the vanilla and 1 pump of the cool beige, and it's going to make the perfect, perfect color for my skin tone. And I'm going to start by just applying that with my fingertips all over. And then I'll show you a couple of tools that I'm going to use is going to really make this makeup look like it's just been airbrushed onto my skin. I'm going to use 2 different tools. The first one I'm going to use is my MAC 187 brush, and it's a duo fiber brush. And the cool thing about it is that it's basically uses the same technique as dry brushing paint on your wall. So we're going to do that first. And you just want to kind of buff that foundation into your skin. And you don't want to press hard, just go really, really gently. Make sure to get that foundation into the hairline, under the jawbone. And like I say, it's just going to give you an airbrush quality because what this is doing is it really is quite literally buffing the makeup into the skin. So it's going to look like a second skin, and it's going to feel like a second skin. You aren't even going to be able to tell you have any makeup on. The second product I'm going to use just for a little bit of heavier application is my Beauty Blender sponge. And what you want to do is you want to get it wet, squeeze out the excess water, and then I have a little bit of makeup left on my hand, so I'm going to scoop that up with my sponge. And I have really rosy cheeks, and I just want to kind of cancel that out. And so I'm just going to pat the foundation onto my cheekbones. And you can see already that that made a huge, huge difference. And then again, we'll get it onto the neck. Okay, so you have your foundation. So then the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply our concealers. The first one I'm going to use is an under eye concealer. It's a very creamy texture, so there's not going to be any tugging or pulling, and yet it's not going to settle into the fine lines or creases. And my favorite under eye concealer is my Benefit Erase Paste, and this one is in number 1, which is fair again for me. I think it comes in 3 different shades. So we're just going to start by applying it under the eye, and you want to make sure that you get that V because you want this whole, sorry, I didn't mean to use my middle finger with you guys. I want this whole area, which is the plane of my cheekbone, to be the highlighted area, and then go ahead and bring it onto the lid. Again, remember the skin around our eyes is the thinnest, and so all of those little veins show through that skin, and that's what makes our skin around our eyes darker. For me, the skin around my eyes is always a little bit red and purple since I'm so fair. But if you have more of an olive complexion, it's just going to be, that's where you get those dark circles from. So then I'm going to use my Beauty Blender, and I'm going to use the pointed end. And again, just kind of pat, stipple, press that concealer into your skin. Okay. And then I do have some breakouts. I'm 4 months pregnant, so I've been getting these really beautiful hormonal breakouts on my face, and I just want to make sure I'm able to cover up those puppies. So I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Professional Concealer Palette, and I'm going to go ahead and use my concealer brush by MAC. Can't tell you what number it is because I've had it forever, so the numbers weren't off, but just look up concealer brush on their website, you can find it. And I'm gonna mix together 3 different colors so it's a perfect match to my skin. And what you wanna do is you just wanna take that brush and apply it directly to any breakouts, blemishes, dark spots that you may have, and just press it on, and then make sure you get the surrounding area too, so that it looks totally and completely natural. And this stuff does a wonderful, wonderful job of covering up any imperfections on the skin that you might have. So I know I have a really good one over here. Okay, see how nicely that covers everything up? And you aren't even going to be able to see it. This palette comes in 2 different shades. I got the one with the green color corrector for obvious reasons. Most breakouts are red, and with women, the most common place to have some redness in the skin is around the nose and the mouth. So I am going to take a little bit of the green and a little bit of the ivory, and I'm just going to go around each side of the nose and make sure that any redness is canceled out. So you see how beautiful the skin looks already, and we've only used a few products. So then now I'm going to add some powder over the top just to set everything and make things look a little bit more matte and natural. And I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural Powder with my big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to start around the eye area, get it up into the hairline. I'm not going to do this part of my forehead, the bridge of my nose, or right here, because those are the places of the face where you want the skin to look beautiful and fresh and dewy. So we don't want to mattify that area at all. Okay, so that was easy. Then the second thing we're going to do, this is one of my treasured products that I discovered last summer. And it's the Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting Duo. This stuff is awesome, and you can use it on your body, you can use it on your face, and it's amazing stuff. As you can see, there are 2 different shades. This one I use as my bronzer, and then this one I use as my highlighter. This is going to give you that beautiful, glowing, sun-kissed look that you see J-Lo have all the time. So the first color I'm going to use is the bronzer. Now, go lightly with this stuff, ladies, because it's pretty highly pigmented and it's pretty shiny. So I'm going to put this on my temple. Make sure to blend it into the hairline. And then on the top of my cheekbones. And this is just going to give you a little bit of a sun-kissed glow to your skin. We don't want too much because, I mean, hello, it's February. So again, we'll just buff that into the skin. Don't want too much because I don't want it to look fake. I just want a beautiful, natural, fresh appearance to my skin. Okay, then we're going to take the light color, which is the highlighting color, and I'm just going to apply that to the center of my forehead, down my nose, and a tiny, tiny bit on my chin, and then a tiny, tiny bit right here on our cheeks. And then I always put a little bit on my eye. Okay, so that part's finished. Then I'm going to take a really beautiful light pearly pink, and this is just going to brighten up the skin a little bit. This is my MAC Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush, and this is in Shimmersweet, and I really hope they still have it. If they don't, I'm sure that there's something out there that's similar. We're going to go down the bridge of the nose, again, right on the forehead, and we're just going to go back and forth like this. Bring it down onto the cheek, pretty high up on the cheek. This is especially going to work good for those of you who are fair like I am. Okay. And then for a little bit more depth and dimension with our blush, and I know it seems like we're layering, but it's not going to look caked on, and it doesn't feel that way either. I'm going to use my Margin blush by MAC, and this is kind of frosty. It's kind of a beige pink, and so you can use it kind of as a bronzer and a highlight or a blush all in one. And so this is where we're going to put the color back into our cheeks, and we're just going to go straight up with this toward our temple, and you can see how pretty that is. Okay, and always smile because it does give you those beautiful apples, and it helps a lot when determining where to put your blush. Okay, see how gorgeous that is? It's just really healthy, and I'm going to put a little bit down the center of my nose and on my chin, so everything just looks natural and blended. And then I'll be right back. I'm going to put on some mascara. Hey everybody, I'm back. So I just went ahead and finished up this look by applying my mascara. And I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows, and I applied a beautiful, soft, pretty pink lip gloss. So I hope that you were able to learn a few things and realize that you don't have to have flawless skin to look like you have flawless skin. So I went ahead and listed all of the products that we used today. And if you have any questions, please leave comments, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thanks. Bye.